Hey everybody, it's Vince, and over the last 30 days, I have completed the Whole30. That's 30 days of eliminating things that cause inflammation in your diet, like sugar, grains, legumes, dairy, alcohol, and, processed things, soy. And basically, it's a paleo diet, so you just spend 30 days eating whole foods like vegetables. You're allowed to have fruit, berries, meats, healthy meats that are like organic, grass fed, pasture raised, those kinds of things. So, it's something that I really enjoy doing because I've been on the paleo diet before and my body responds really well to this diet, so I knew that I was going to have some results from it. It's not a weight loss diet, of course. They say that it's not about the weight loss, that's just a bonus. So, we'll see what happens with that. And it's more about resetting your body and giving your body a chance to take itself off of these things that we get addicted to, these sugars, and just being able to enjoy healthy whole foods once again. I have to say that some of the things that helped me get through these 30 days were the fact that I use Hungry Root. I was actually able to get a lot of Whole30 approved items through Hungry Root. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I got. And I also have access to Publix and Whole Foods, both of which stock a lot of Whole30 items. And I'm going to share with you just a few things that I like to buy and that help me get through this. And then I'll share with you my results at the end. So if you like this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe. I do videos on healthy eating, Hungry Root, and travel. So thanks for watching. I think the number one menu item that I made while I was on Whole30 was really healthy, hearty breakfasts. Getting back into eating breakfast in the morning was super important for me because I got into the habit of just letting hours and hours pass, just drinking my coffee, and then I let all my calories go until the middle or the end of the day, and by the end of the day, I was like so starving that I was eating all this terrible stuff. I was also drinking a lot of alcohol, and I just needed a total reset. So during these 30 days, I would always have a very hearty breakfast, usually included eggs. I was able to find really good quality, no sugar bacon. There's a couple different brands available, but these are the brands that they had at Publix. And yes, it's more expensive. It's better for you. And how amazing is it that you actually get to eat bacon on a diet? So I definitely took advantage of that. Another thing I would make is a breakfast hash. Whole Foods has a no sugar added breakfast sausage, and I would buy that and cook it up with sweet potato and red onion and red pepper, kind of whatever vegetables I had around. And that was also really good. So the kicker to all of this is that during these 30 days, I'm living in a studio apartment that doesn't have a full kitchen. This is my kitchen. This is it. So all I have to use is this toaster oven, which you can't really see because it's underneath other things. But it's a really good toaster oven. And then I have this air fryer, which I just bought, which is the coolest thing ever. I use it every day. I love it. And then, of course, I have my Instant Pot and a microwave. And then about halfway through the 30 days, I actually went out and bought an air fryer. It's a mini air fryer, and it's good for one person, but this was a total game changer. It was so easy to just throw chicken and Brussels sprouts in the air fryer and have a really quick meal, protein and veggies, without using a ton of oil, without having to use the toaster oven or. And it was crispy and crunchy and really savory. So that was awesome. So I would throw vegetables in there, make a bunch of different things with the air fryer, especially for breakfast, like doing my potatoes in there or whatnot. I was also very active during this Whole30. I go to Orange Theory Fitness 2 to 3 times a week, just depending on what my schedule is. I also love to walk and I love to rollerblade. And I just have a job where I'm on my feet and I'm walking around and doing stuff. So I was pretty active, so I did need to add extra calories throughout this 30 days. So I did eat a lot, but I definitely burned a lot also. And then for my lunches and dinners, I would generally make one big meal and just eat that for a few days. So I made a really delicious butternut squash chili. I also made the same recipe but used sweet potato. And I have the recipe for that at the end of this video, so hang on for that recipe. I also did things like spaghetti squash. You can cook the spaghetti squash in the Instant Pot and it's ready in like 10 minutes. You don't have to heat up your oven or anything. I don't have a spiralizer, but if I did, I would have been able to do my zucchini noodles myself and save a lot of money. But because I didn't, I bought pre-cut zucchini noodles, pre-cut butternut squash noodles. Several of these things you can actually get through Hungry Root, so that's another option as well. As far as things that I got from Hungry Root, I got a lot of the things that I usually get. I just avoided getting the treats and things that I really wanted to get, like the cookie dough and stuff like that. But I was able to get fresh veggies, several meat options. I just want to point out though that the meatballs have rice flour and so therefore they're not compliant with Whole30 or Paleo, but they are a healthy option if you don't mind the rice flour. I also was able to get this new product which is just like a roasted turkey breast, and it has canola oil which technically makes it not Whole30 compliant, but something's gotta give, right? So this was a good option for me to have. Also, the fresh fish through Hungry Root, like salmon, and the smoked salmon is compliant, as well as the chicken sausage, as well as the white fish. So there are several options. Oh, and the Gulf shrimp also. There are several protein options that I was able to get through Hungry Root as well, which was awesome. And then when I would buy meat from the store, I always tried to get air chilled chicken or just, healthier options of chicken, as well as grass fed ground beef. There's tons of different options for this at your local grocery store. Of course, Whole Foods has a ton of options as well. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get a lot of discounts at Whole Foods, and you just check and see what goes on sale that week, and then you can get that. I was also able to find affordable chicken by the pound from the fresh market. All in all, it is a lot of cooking, and it does take a lot of commitment for the grocery shopping, the cooking, the preparing, the planning ahead. But if you're willing to put in the time, then it's worth it. It was difficult to give up alcohol for 30 days, I have to say, just because, it's a social thing, and I know we're not doing a lot of socializing right now with the way the pandemic is, but just being able to come home and relax and have a glass of wine or something like that, it's difficult for me because I like to do that. But they say that 21 days is what is able to get you into a new habit, and I do have to say that the first couple days were probably the worst because I really just was settling into everything and I was still having some sugar cravings and stuff like that. But then after day 4, I got into the swing of things. And also, after the 21st day, I really didn't have any cravings for like alcohol or sugar or anything like that. I was fully invested and fully in the swing of the diet. So just give it time and I promise you will get into it as well. But the main thing is that you have to make sure you're eating enough calories, that you're getting enough protein, and that you're, eating healthy, good items. So that's a big part of it. Anyway, so on day 30, I was able to weigh myself because you're not supposed to weigh yourself until the 30th day. So here's what happened on that day. Yes, I've made it to day 30 of my Whole30, and that means that today I get to weigh myself. I'm a little nervous. Obviously, weight loss is not the goal of this program. The goal of this program is supposed to be an elimination diet to help you find out what foods cause inflammation and problems within your digestive system. But for me, I'm really hoping that I lost weight. When I started this, I went to the doctor the day before I started and got blood work done to make sure everything was okay. It was just a yearly physical, and when I weighed myself, I had shoes on and everything, and I weighed 207. So, I don't have a scale, but luckily in the South, there's a place you can go to weigh yourself for free.
Attention all departments, if you have any donations for Destin Harvest, please come to the back door. Any donations
Okay, I'm satisfied. So I've basically lost 7.5 pounds. And you know what? I feel really good about that. 7.5 pounds in 30 days. But what I did was I changed my lifestyle. I was able to harness the power of self-control for 30 days with no sugar, no grains, no dairy, no alcohol, you know, just basic foods, whole foods. And so I feel like the weight loss is nice, and I'm happy that I did lose a little bit of weight, and I definitely feel like I've lost weight. I feel better, I feel lighter, I feel just better in general. But I think the main lesson that I'm going to get from this is that I have harnessed the power of self-control. And I think that that is more important than a huge number of weight loss. This is a permanent thing. It's like you have to harness your self-control so that you can make the right choices. And if you continually make the right choices, then you're going to do better for your body than if you just make the wrong choices and then once in a while, take 30 days to make good choices and then fall back again. So the lesson for all to learn is that no, this is not about weight loss, but I did lose weight. And I'm happy about that, and I want to keep going. So I'm going to keep going with the paleo foods and just hopefully have more updates to come. So if you're going to do the Whole30, I suggest getting this book. This is the actual Whole30 Bible. This has recipes, tips, tricks, all that stuff. And I also suggest Nom Nom Paleo. Michelle Tam's books are awesome. She's got a ton of recipes. She's the one who introduced me to kabocha squash, which I found on sale at Whole Foods. And for 2 weeks, I was completely obsessed with kabocha squash. I air fried it. I made soup with it. It was one of my favorite things to have while I was on the diet. So definitely check out those books. And then, of course, there's a ton of other resources like videos here on YouTube and stuff. And if you want to try Hungry Root, you can get $25 off 2 boxes if you're a new subscriber with coupon code 25OFF-VINCE. That's my personal coupon code. So give that a try, 25 off Vince. Or if you have tried Hungry Root before and canceled, come back and try it again. You get 20% off your first 2 boxes when you rejoin, and you use the coupon code REACTIVATEVINCE to get that discount. So 7.5 pounds, pretty good weight loss. That's about 1.8 pounds per week, which for a healthy, active person is a really safe and good amount of weight to be losing, and that it shows that I'm losing weight and I'm going to be keeping it off. So I'd like to keep going. I'm going to keep up with the paleo lifestyle. I have added alcohol back into my diet. It's the only restricted item that I have added back in. It's now day 33, and I've still stuck with the paleo way of eating, and that's kind of just how I want to continue because I just feel good. I feel better. I feel healthier. I feel like I'm making the right choices, and I'm able to control what I'm eating and practice self-control. I think that is the biggest thing that I learned over these 30 days was practicing self-control. When somebody brings donuts to work, you don't have to eat one. When people are going out for drinks, you don't have to have a drink. When, it's Halloween, I did this over Halloween, I didn't have to eat any candy. Life still went on, and I was still happy and safe and healthy. I slept better than I've slept in a long time. I was going to bed at like 9 o'clock and just feeling really good. So I'm really happy that I did this. I'm really happy that I was able to harness the power of my own self-control, and I'm going to keep it going. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that this gave you some inspiration. I post a lot of photos of my food and my recipes over on Instagram, so if you want to give me a follow, I'm at It's Mr. Vince on Instagram. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Good luck. If you're doing a Whole30, leave me a comment, and good luck to you. Take care. Hey everybody, Vince here. It's day 28 of my Whole30. I feel awesome. It's been a really good reset for myself, especially after this year of quarantine and just craziness. So it felt really good to do a reset and before Thanksgiving so that I can really make good choices and enjoy my Thanksgiving. But today I'm going to make a Whole30 chili recipe. Now the interesting thing is that I've actually been living in this tiny studio apartment and this is my kitchen. This is it. This is it. You know, it's hard to utilize this space because there's only so much counter space, but I'm going to show you how I make it work and show you this chili recipe. So let's get started. Okay, so tiny kitchen cooking. It's a challenge. One of the things I do to make it a little easier is I always make sure I have the garbage really close by, so when I'm cutting, I can put the scraps directly in the trash. I also have this small white plastic container, and that's where I put all the cut veggies, just to keep everything organized. I really don't have a lot of space. This cutting board's way too small. These knives are terrible. Trust me, I know, but this is where I'm at right now, so I'm just trying to make it work. And I'm just trying to show you guys that even with the limited resources that you may have, you can still cook healthy, you can still eat healthy. There's no excuse as to all this, even if you're in a small living situation. So for this recipe, I'm chopping up half of a yellow onion, red pepper, a green pepper, a jalapeno, and some fresh garlic. And I'm also peeling and dicing up my sweet potatoes. Alright, I've got my Instant Pot on saute, it's heating up, so I can brown the ground beef, drain it, and then these are the other ingredients. So I have, oh, this is my snack, pumpkin spice, that looks really good, that's going to be my snack. But anyways, I have my chopped onion, garlic, red pepper, green pepper, did I say garlic? And then I also have my sweet potato cubes. You need a can of diced fire roasted tomatoes, a can of pumpkin puree. Yes, it makes it super creamy, and another serving of vegetables, which is awesome. And then the spices are chipotle powder. And the first time I made this, I accidentally used chipotle in adobo, and the adobo had sugar in it. But luckily, I rinsed it off, so I only used the chipotle pepper. So that was Whole30, I guess, but this is definitely the way you should go for chipotle with no sugar. And then I have chili powder, which this does have salt in it. So I will probably season with salt and pepper as well, and oregano leaves, and then I might add some more cumin, not exactly sure yet. So I'm going to brown this ground beef. So I brown and then drain the ground beef, and I put the vegetables into the Instant Pot to start cooking them down a little bit. Then I added in the seasonings, including the things I showed you. I did not have extra cumin, so I didn't use that, but I did have this smoked Spanish paprika that I got at Whole Foods, so I threw that in there. Then the last thing I was putting in was the pumpkin, the tomatoes, and some homemade chicken stock. And then once all of that was in there, I just added back in my browned and drained ground beef. And then you just give that a good old stir, make sure everything is combined, and then we're going to lock down the lid, set the valve to sealing, and we're going to let this cook on high pressure for 13 minutes. I will let it naturally release, so I won't turn the valve to release the steam. I'll just let it happen naturally. So I just got this in the mail. I wanted to show you. This is a teeny tiny living dish rack. And I think it'd be great for RVs, for tiny homes. It works perfectly right here on my sink. And then if I have additional dishes, this is what I was doing before. I was just using a dish towel and then using this edge of the sink to let them air dry. And here's a little bit more of my haul for this week. I've got these really nice, colorful tomatoes. These were actually on sale. I usually buy what's on sale. These raspberries were 2 for $4, I believe. Got some pears that were on sale, and then this huge thing of blueberries was only $4. Brussels sprouts, I love using these in the air fryer. All I do is cut them, steam them in the microwave for a few minutes, and then I finish them off in the air fryer to get them nice and crispy.
And then I just got like my coffee, my salt and pepper, garlic, bananas. That's the kind of stuff that I keep on top of the microwave.
So if you like the chili a little bit thicker, you can definitely put it back on saute and let it bubble away for a few more minutes so that more of that liquid evaporates. But I thought this consistency was pretty good. It's done. There it is. What is it? Sweet potato, Whole30 chili. It needs salt. But it's good. So I hope you enjoy this chili. Let me know if you guys give this a try. Thanks for watching. See you next time.